Congratulations on this film. It's fantastic. Just backing it up all the way to like the start of the Kingsman franchise. Were you a fan before joining? And what was the most enticing thing to you about joining the franchise?
I'd heard about the films, but I hadn't watched them before I'd read the script. And so I didn't really know what to expect, and read the script and was like, what is this? This is crazy. I loved it though. I thought it was kind of the most mad, dense, intense, fun script I'd ever read. Then I watched the previous two films, the earlier films, and got it. I was like, right, I see. It's kind of these elaborate and incredible action sequences, these really memorable characters, this kind of spy world, the Savile Row kind of aspect of it. But yeah, so I was in. I was so excited to join up, and it was also nice for us that we were, honoring the original films, but doing our own thing as well, and have license to create our own characters.
Similar to Gemma, I hadn't really seen them. They weren't necessarily on my radar. I know a lot of my family loves them, and I know that a lot of people find them kind of wildly entertaining, and they've I think Matthew's like really taken risks within this kind of film, and I think that was for me like exciting to do. I'm always game to work with like exciting filmmakers and exciting artists, like working with people like Gemma and Rafe and Jaiman. I've said before, and I'll say again, I would have had no lines in this. I would have had a walk-in part and left and played a tree or a bench post or whatever. And it's like the fact that I got to do this and be welcomed in was just an honor. So yeah, I was just excited, whatever.
Gemma, how do you describe Polly? Because I saw this description of Rock and Roll Mary Poppins, which was like my favorite quote ever. But just to take it a little further, what's your favorite qualities about her?
Yeah, I came up with that. So I remember when I read it, I was like, she is Rock and Roll Mary Poppins. In that she's sort of, she's got a twinkle in her eye. Like she's got secrets and things that she's very good at that she doesn't have to go shouting about. And she's fun, she's warm, she's lovable, she's very caring, and in her own way, she's got everyone's back. She's very dependable. But she's also the smartest person in the room. She's an incredibly brainy mathematician that can crack code and is a great strategist. And so there's many things, and she's just really, really cool, and I loved playing her.
So Rock and Roll Mary Poppins will be Polly's tagline. Harris, what would you say is Conrad's?
Come on, don't put that pressure on me.
Put you to work.
Come on. Polly, Gemma, how long? Was that off the cuff? I'm intrigued. Was that like just boom?
It was off. I remember reading it, and I called my agent, and she just read it as well, and I was like, "This is kind of cool, isn't it?" And she's like, "Yeah." I said, "She's like kind of a Rock and Roll Mary Poppins," and she said, "Yeah, that is exactly what she is." So that's how it came about.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'll let you off the hook, Harris. It's good. It's good.
I'll write to you in the post. I'll send you my version later on.
You have to come up with your own taglines. Jaiman and Reese were talking to me about their amazing like dance fight sequence that they did, and how it was their toughest thing that they had to train for. For you, what was the hardest thing for you to overcome in terms of training? Gemma, did you have anything?
I mean, mine wasn't as extensive as the guys, but I still had a little bit. And I think the gunslinging, I did learn to do that, which it's just a little subtle thing that I do every now and then, but it's actually quite hard, especially for me. I'm quite a klutz person. And so I practiced a lot. Just to kind of try and sell it, but and also the rifle that I used in the show is a legit rifle from the time, made for a man, so it was very, very long. It's too long for my arms, so I did struggle to hold it actually. And I said, next time, can you make one like for a lady, a lady's arms? But yeah, it was still fun doing all of that stuff, and we got to work with some amazing people that taught us how to look good with all of that stuff. So thank you to them.
That's like a party trick now. I don't know if you have this, but like I was a flag twirler in high school, and now anytime I'm holding something that's like sort of that length, I just twirl it, and people are like, "What are you doing?" So I feel like I would be doing that everywhere with everything, every object.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
Harris, did you have like a particularly rough training? I know you had a lot of kind of physical scenes. You're carrying a person. What was the toughest thing for you?
I mean, obviously all of that choreography and the physical training, like trying to condition my body and that. But we, like Gemma said, we had really amazing people. I think like mentally the choreography is so difficult. Like it's like a dance, you know, it's very well planned. You have to go over it and over it. And if you don't do it correctly, you know, you're ruining so many other elements. So it becomes very intricate and very, very focused in those moments. But also like, I was lucky. I got to do a lot of stuff. I got to ride a motorbike. I had to do my CBT license to ride a motorbike. There was a scene where I pulled up at Sandhurst Academy and there was like 400 cadets and I had to like zoom past them and the bike broke down and I just looked like an absolute idiot because it started smoking and I had to like sort of run away from it like a numpty. It was not cool at all, but yeah.
Well, you looked very cool in the film.
Thank
Gemma,
you. It's all I needed to hear.
You look great. Gemma, I read in the press, I don't know if it's true, that you're a bit of an accent master. Is that true?
Well, it depends what you're going to ask me to do now. You're going to ask me to do like some very specific American.
No.
I mean, I think I love doing accents. I do. I absolutely love it. And if I can, you know, I have to usually prepare, you know, like work. I work very hard at it. It's not like a immediate thing. I can just do any accent.
Yeah, so if I was like, could you do my accent right now? You'd be like, no.
Oh, I wouldn't want to offend you because I know when
Delaware, you can't offend me.
No, but you know, like when you, I would, but I don't want to get it wrong, and then you be like, I'm very kind of like a perfectionist when it comes to things like that. So I work very hard at doing Delaware.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm out of time, but so lovely talking to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.